He cornered the Attorney General and exposed a DOJ smokescreen. For months, victims were denied the truth. But now, under the heat of direct questions, we see the cracks, the evasions, the backpedaling, the panic. You're about to witness what accountability looks like when the powerful are pressed.
$1 billion. Go ahead now, off topic.
On the Epstein files, does the new investigation by the Southern District of New York U.S. Attorney prevent the department from releasing all of the remaining files?
So we have released over 33,000 Epstein documents to the Hill, and we'll continue to follow the law and to have maximum transparency. Also, we will always encourage all victims to come forward.
What are the next steps, Madam Attorney General, for the DOJ regarding what we assume President Trump will sign into law with the Epstein files? Is this going to be on the Justice Department website? What are you doing here over the next 30 days as we understand it?
We will continue to follow the law with maximum transparency while protecting victims.
Yeah. When you say follow the law, Madam Attorney General, do you mean that you will provide all the files by 30 days?
We will follow the law. The law passed both chambers last evening. It has not yet been signed, but we will continue to follow the law, again, while protecting victims, but also providing maximum transparency.
To that. Madam Attorney General, the DOJ statement earlier this year saying that the files would not release mentioned the fact that the review of the documents and the evidence did not suggest that any additional investigation of third parties was warranted. What changed since then that you launched this investigation?
Information that has come for information. There's information new information, additional information, and again, we will continue to follow the law, to investigate any leads. If there are any victims, we encourage all victims to come forward, and we will continue to provide maximum transparency under the law.
Wedding, Madam General. On Ryan Wedding, you mentioned,
Madam Attorney General, the issue with the new information that you just indicated, is the department seeking information perhaps from the Epstein estate because Mr. Blanche did not have that information when he interviewed Ghislaine Maxwell? What new information, and would you limit the new investigation to just those named persons that the president talked about, or is this a broad, open-ended investigation?
I would refer to the Deputy Attorney General's post that he put out on X, and we're not going to say anything else on that because now it is a pending investigation in the Southern District of New York. But you're on point. Hard stop. One more question.
What you just witnessed was not a routine press briefing. It was a calculated dance of evasion from the top legal authority in the United States. The Attorney General was asked point blank whether the Department of Justice will fully comply with the newly passed law requiring the release of all Epstein files. Instead of a clear yes, the American people got an orchestrated performance filled with repeated buzzwords like maximum transparency and we will follow the law, while refusing to commit to any specifics. This wasn't just political theater. It was a showcase of how the most powerful institutions in the world protect themselves from public scrutiny. Behind the Attorney General's words was a carefully constructed wall, a wall meant to shield elite names, institutions, and reputations from accountability. For years, the Epstein case has symbolized a grotesque alliance between money, influence, and silence. Victims came forward. Whistleblowers warned us. Flight logs hinted at connections to presidents, princes, CEOs, and media moguls. But every time the curtain was about to be pulled back, the system stepped in to tug it shut again. And today, we saw that same mechanism of control in full force. When asked about new investigations, the Attorney General said, "There is new information," but she didn't say what it was, where it came from, who it implicated, or even the nature nature of the leads. She didn't commit to whether this would be a full investigation or one narrowly focused on a select few names already deemed safe for public discussion. And then, with surgical timing, she cut the questions short and pointed to a single vague post on X, formerly Twitter, by the deputy AG. That's not justice. That's not transparency. That's a firewall. Let's be real. When it comes to Epstein, the American people are no longer asking nicely. We're demanding to know who enabled the abuse, who funded it, who covered it up, and who still benefits from the silence. Because the victims, some still teenagers when the crimes occurred, have waited long enough. They've watched the government make promises and then retreat into procedural language. They've watched powerful men attend funerals and parties like nothing happened while they live with trauma, stigma, and broken trust. This isn't just about one man, one island, or even one criminal ring. This is about how power protects itself. It's about the DOJ, an institution meant to enforce the law, using the phrase, "we will follow the law" as a shield, without ever explaining what that actually entails. It's about elected officials voting unanimously for transparency, while bureaucrats find ways to slow walk, redact, and bury the truth. Ask yourself, why the sudden shift to a new investigation now? Why didn't they see the need for it months or years ago when the same documents were available? What changed? The answer is pressure. Public pressure, political pressure, grassroots demand. And now they want to appear proactive without truly being transparent. They want the optics of compliance without the substance of accountability. But we won't be fooled. We won't let the narrative be controlled by the same people who failed to act when it mattered most. Remember this, the Epstein files aren't just pages in a case file. They are pieces of a puzzle that reveal how our systems, legal, political, financial, are interlinked in ways that favor the rich and shield the guilty. And what we saw in that press conference was not justice unfolding. It was power folding in on itself to survive. We, the people, are being asked to accept delay, deflection, and denial as normal. We are being told that maximum transparency can somehow coexist with sealed names, missing documents, and unanswered questions. That's not good enough. Not when children were trafficked. Not when networks of power looked the other way. Or worse, participated. If there's one truth that should unite all Americans, regardless of politics, it's this. No one is above the Constitution. No one is above the law. And no government agency, no matter how powerful, has the right to decide which truths we can or cannot handle. We are done waiting. We are done with carefully crafted talking points. We are done being polite about an investigation that should have shaken the world years ago. This moment demands more than observation. It demands action. If we let this pass, if we let the DOJ set the pace, redact at will, and choose who gets exposed and who gets protected, then we send a message that accountability is optional. That justice is negotiable. That elite crime can always be buried under legal language and media fatigue. But if we stand up, if we keep the spotlight on, if we demand every name, every detail, every page, then we force the system to face itself. And that's the only way anything will ever change. To the survivors watching this, we see you, we believe you, and we are not done fighting for you. To every American feeling that same frustration and disbelief, you are not alone. This isn't a conspiracy theory. This is a cover-up happening in real time. And the only way we end it is together. Share this video. Send it to everyone you know. Let the Attorney General know that vague statements are not good enough. Let the DOJ know that maximum transparency means actual transparency, with no redactions, no exceptions, and no deals behind closed doors. Subscribe to this channel. Stay loud, stay informed, and never forget, sunlight is still the best disinfectant. He cornered the Attorney General and exposed a DOJ smokescreen. For months, victims were denied the truth. But now, under the heat of direct questions, we see the cracks, the evasions, the backpedaling, the panic. You're about to witness what accountability looks like when the powerful are pressed,